Good morning, people. It is a Thursday morning, and I'm on here talking about how I like to go to other platforms and learn stuff. When I do platforms or look at other people's platform and listen to what is going on in the world today, I think back of my own issues and what we have going on or what I have going on in my life. And I find that some of the information that people put out there is good information and some of it is bad information. It is up to us or up to myself to agree or disagree with what they're saying. But it's always good to learn new things from listening to other people. You don't have to always believe what other people say. You can always go back and do your research after the fact of hearing what people have to say about certain issues that are going on today. But anyway, I don't have a whole lot to say right now. I'm feeling some type of way right now, but it's a good mood. So I'm not in a bad mood. I'm in a very good mood. But anyway, I'm on here to talk about how we need to make those decisions for ourselves when there are things being said, and how we take certain things and we run with it, and some of the things we don't run with it. Like myself, if I'm on a platform and I'm listening to someone and they're giving me good information, I'm going to research that information before I decide to say or try to be judgmental and say that, okay, this wasn't true or none of this was true. So I'm very careful at what I hear or what I listen to. A lot of people don't understand that everything you hear ain't always true. And some things we hear is true. But behind that, you have to do research on what's true or what's not true. Like myself, I do a lot of reading. And some of the stuff you read is not always true. You know, you have people that get online and say a lot of things that's not true. They talk about certain things that are not true. Like they talk about people, but I'm not on here to talk about people. I'm on here to discuss what's going on in life as well as what's going on in my life. Not to get on here and tell you guys my business, because that's not why I'm on here. I'm on here to reach out to a lot of people that don't know certain things or that don't do what I do. A lot of people don't read. A lot of people don't listen to platforms. A lot of people don't listen to the news. A lot of people don't do a lot of things that they should do so they wouldn't be left out or behind. So my thing is, I try to keep up with what's going on in the world today so that I can know how to operate in this world with my family as well as myself. So once again, like I said, when I get on here, this is strictly about business. I don't want to get on here putting people out there. I don't want to get on here talking about people. I don't want to get on here bad mouthing other people. I know there's some real rude people out here, but I'm not going to be the one to put them out there. Let somebody else do that. I'm not on here to talk about other people. I'm on here to talk about the world's day and what's going on today in the world and things that we should be aware of as we, move around in society or whatever. But anyway, with all that being said, communication plays a part in that. You have to communicate with people, even the people that you don't know. Sometimes you can just meet this person in a grocery store or whatever. You communicate, even if it's no more than 10 minutes, even if it's no more than 5 minutes, even if it's no more than a minute. You can learn something within a minute, 2 minutes, 3 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can learn a lot by listening. So when you find that person that, that's willing to communicate with you on a serious level, not on some BS. I'm not for the BS. I'm only interested in today's world and myself and my family and how we can live in this society and protect one another and help one another and make decisions, not bad decisions, right and good decisions. We as the people need to make decisions for ourselves instead of letting other people try to make the decisions for us. Because I've always found out when you let other people make a decision for you, you regret it at the end. God is always in on that, but down here in the flesh, we are in on our own decisions and the choices that we make. Now, I have to tell that to a lot of people, even my children, like, okay, you got to remind yourself, it's the decisions that you make. Even friends, I tell that to, or people that I just talk with. You got to remember that, excuse me, that the decisions that we make can cost us at the end. Some of them, not all of them, we just got to pay close attention to what's being said and how it's being said. Because some of us are being set up and we don't even know it. So that's why you have to sometimes search your inner self and say, you know what, the information I just got, was it true or was it false? So my thing is, I learn a lot, not just by being on people's platform. I read and I make the decision on what's true when I read it, because there's ways that you can go back and you can research it. That's just like moving somewhere. If you move to a place and don't research it, you're going to regret a lot of things. It's not going to be one thing. It's going to be more than one thing. Now, I have moved places and I'm like, you know what? I regret this move. But you're there for a reason. It's a good reason behind all of that. And sometimes we got to keep moving and keep moving and keep moving until we can get, not comfortable, but uncomfortable. Sometimes God put us in places where we're uncomfortable so we can end up at the end getting comfortable. Like myself, I'll use myself as an example of getting uncomfortable and then going back to being comfortable. Sometimes those things are for a reason. It's a learning reason. It's a decision-making reason. Everything we do is for a reason and it's a purpose why we do it. And we have help, and that's the help from above. There's a whisper that say, okay, I think you should do this, or I think you shouldn't do that. It's up to you to listen to that whisper. Like myself, I listen to a lot of things, but I know the right whisper. I haven't always been to a point where I know the whisper to choose and the whisper not to choose, because I've made bad decisions, yes. And when I made those bad decisions, I ended up paying for those. And I'm not trying to do that again. I won't do that again. I will never. They say never, but I've made so many bad decisions, I can't do nothing but get it right. And sometimes in order to get it right, you have to listen to your inner self. Not other people, not the platforms. You have to take this and do your own research in order to figure out what's right and what's wrong. So I'm only on here for a minute just to talk about this. I will be back on sometime in the week or whatever. I don't try to get on here every day and, talk about important things, but it would be good if I did, but that's just not me. I take time out for me and my children. It's called me time, me and we time. I does that a lot. You got to take time out for yourself, people. Don't always think, like I see a lot of people that's popping on Facebook twice a day, every day. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging those people, but find some peace within yourself. Sit down and, peace yourself, peace your family, and then say, you know what? I think today I'm going to get on there and talk about something that's important. Now, everybody that's on these platforms, they're not always talking about things that are important. Some of them are on there just doing them. There's nothing wrong with that either. But me, when I get on here, I want to talk about today's world, today's life, part of what's going on with my life, but not telling you guys my business, but just sharing a few things. But anyway, I got something else to do right now, so I'm going to have to cut this a little short. But I will see you guys and talk about some more things. As we speak, I will be talking about true things. Like I said, when I get on here, it's not about playing. It's not about BSing. It's about bringing it to y'all real. And some things that we need to learn within ourselves, because we can't get that from other people. We can only find that within ourselves. So anyway, you guys, you have a blessed and wonderful day. Until then, we'll be talking. Bye now.